Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from IronPriestCsGo, and he is in the Des Moines at tier 10 US cruiser. He's on the map hotspot in a 4-point domination game. So there is a carrier, there are plenty of destroyers around. And well, he has spawned here on the left side, so he went towards the Aetam, asked the gearing for a smokescreen in chat, and the gearing provided one. So that's already a very nice start to the game. And he said that Des Moines gets an even nicer start to the game. Well, anyway. So he's popped his raider. Des Moines is just barely outside of it, but he found a huller. Well, I mean, you know. Citadeling Smolensk might be more fun, but farming a Halland is definitely also a very fun pastime. And there is a Shimmer Kaza that's joining the party. Now, not too many friendlies will have shots at it, I'm afraid, because the Petro is already too far behind that island. The Yamato is also probably blocked by this island. So the enemy destroyers get away with this, but you know, there is some damage, they can't heal it back, and they have been softened up for later. Also, they were forced to retreat from, and actually there are 3 enemy destroyers on this flank, it's interesting. But yeah, the enemy destroyers were all forced away from the camp so the friendlies could take it. Now his division mates there are on the other side. We'll see how that goes there. The decap is a bit interesting because there are enough islands in there where you can park a destroyer behind and be just safe and contest forever. Until the point where a team just, you know, pushes hard. But you know, it looks like D is the usual stalemate and the friendlies have A, so everything is fine. He still has some smoke screen left, and for now he's just enjoying a nice broadside Yamato. He could try armor piercing here, but of course just trying to get those fires can be very tempting as well. Speaking of fires, there is one. Now, hasn't damage con yet, so it's going to be lovely. There is another one. Smoke has almost run out. Now he does have a convenient island there, so he can just go and try to see if he can make some use of it. The island is not very high, so he can lob shells above it, but it should be high enough to prevent the enemy from spotting him. So in good old Des Moines fashion, he's just going to keep the pew-pew going. Now we haven't seen much of the 3 destroyers since the raider has run its course a while back. We also have a Petro pushing in here, so it's not unreasonable to believe that those destroyers have somewhat retreated. Well, there goes the Petro. I'm not sure what possessed the Petro to charge in there. I mean, yes, he has raider, but if he's rushing... well, he's rushing into 3 potential destroyers, that's a lot of torps to dodge. Not to mention that there is a Smolensk Yamato and a Minotaur that would keep farming him. And as strong as a Petro might be, under the tender mercies of a Smolensk, you're just gonna get burned to a crisp. Now Smolensk is spotted again, and so far it's not cooperating with showing broadside, but I don't know, will it? Well, it's just gonna smoke up. Of course, if the Smolensk smokes up there, he's probably going to lose his vision, because he was the one spotting our Des Moines. So that works. Oh! He still got the Des Moines with 3 citadels in the smoke screen. It turns out that the Smolensk, after he deployed his smoke screen, turned full broadside, probably to use all of his guns while there were still shells in the air. Yeah, that didn't work out so well, did it? Now Iron Priest is pushing forward here. He has his Hydro running because, you know, we live in days where Des Moines wants to run Hydro because anti-air is so pitiful that defensive fire doesn't really do much. And now comes the torp dodgings. Well, he's off to a good start there. And he can squeeze in there some more. Now, of course, keep in mind there are 3 destroyers and 2 of them are Shimmer Kazas. So we're only just getting started when it comes to the torps. And there we go, there is the next set. There is obviously a very comfortable gap he can squeeze in there. Meanwhile, he's trying to get some shots at the Minotaur. Now, the greatest thing here, of course, is the smoke screen that makes sure that he isn't detected while he's maneuvering. One problem, of course, with torpedo dodging is always that if it forces you broadside to, let's say, a battleship or something that can citadel you, it's going to be an issue. Now, he's gotten detected here, so something is too close to the smoke screen. He's getting some citadels at the Minotaur. So the thing is, he's decided to shoot the Minotaur first and not the destroyer. The probable reason is because the Minotaur was showing broadside, and the Minotaur is currently a bigger threat. Like, showing broadside to a Minotaur can hurt a lot. No, he's not managing the dodge. But it's okay. It was only a hull and top, I suppose. Now, the Minotaur survived, unfortunately, and the Halland, well, survived too. Somewhat unfortunate. Now, the reason he was... Oh, we are getting the Halland after. The reason he was focusing the Minotaur is because I think he hoped to could focus him down rather quickly. And once the Minotaur is dead, he'd be much freer with his maneuvering, right? Every time he dodges torps, he has to worry about showing broadside to that Minotaur. But anyway, the destroyer is gone. The Minotaur unfortunately printed a new ship, so it's leaving for now. And there are still two Shimakases, well, somewhere. Not entirely sure where. Well, the carrier is farming one of them, I guess. Now, so far the Shimakases don't matter. Oh yeah, they're both in the one line. So the Shimakases don't matter too much, but they matter for the carrier because they are hunting the friendly carrier. I guess he could try to turn around and go after them. Although, I mean, right now he's raided, so he probably wants to just hack this island and don't maneuver too much. Also, it looks like the enemy Ohio is Private Pingu. Now, Pingu, if you don't know him, he's a community contributor and German streamer. And very nice person. I had the pleasure of meeting him at TwitchCon and at Gamescom. You know, back in the old days, when conventions still happened. Well, anyway. Next up, we have a broadside Des Moines. Although he's already started angling, so I guess we don't get too much out of this. Now, I'm not sure why, but the carrier has turned towards those Shimakases. It might have to do something with torp dodging. Maybe that's the course he needed to sail in order to get out of that, but... I don't know. I mean, generally speaking, you'd want to sail away of them. It's a lot harder to torp a target that's running from you.
The ship is on fire!
But surprisingly, the Hakuri is still alive.
Sir.
Now, Friendly Destroyer has provided a smoke screen here, so Iron Priest can just peek a little bit out from the island and keep shooting. Makes it also much more convenient against the enemy carrier. And honestly, oh no, there goes the Aquarium. I was just trying to say I'm surprised that he is still alive. Now, ship-wise, it's still anyone's game. The friendlies do have a better position and the better points though, right? Now, those Shimakases might be coming in now from the rear trying to take A, but they're running into Des Moines and Plymouth. I don't know how to actually pronounce that, even though my chat has tried to teach me, I just forgot. But anyway. So, the carrier still has one squadron of planes in the air, and he's going after a Shimakase. Well, let's have a... Well, that's a full squadron, and that's a not so healthy Shima, so that Shima should go down. That would leave one. Now, the enemy team is in a position where, you know, if they are just hiding, they can't really win. The Shimas have an issue because they're going to push into radar if they want to try something. The Minotaur and the Stalingrad are... Well, I mean, Minotaur isn't a great open water gunboat. He'd need the Stalingrad to tank from. Actually, how healthy is that Stalin? Yeah, the Stalin isn't very healthy, so he's hiding. But, like, if its situation is that desperate, hiding can't win you the game. So, there is that. Now, here we have a radar, which means one Shima is gonna die. Not sure where the other Shima went, but you know. The carrier is still hunting for that, it looks like. Iron Priest is slowly pushing forward there. He is managed to get into radar range of the Minotaur, and well, that's probably a dead Minotaur. Also, the carrier has been taken out. The enemy, the friendly team is at 950. Now the Shima has been taken out by the carrier, who still had planes in the air, obviously, and this is going to be a win here. Not as many citadels I would have thought would happen. And the Minotaur starts swaying there. I mean, yeah, he's just gonna finish it off with high explosive, I suppose, at this point. You know, that Minotaur has surprised me with how long he's alive, but now he's just dead. Which brings us to the results that Iron Priest earned himself 3,617 base experience. So that's a lot of base experience. And I think, like his division, carried this one pretty hard. The only achievement he got though was a high caliber. He scored 240,000 points of damage and he sunk 2 enemies. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you next time.